Hello everyone. Today in our class of computer programming lab, we will learn about advanced control flow. So in advanced control flow, now we will learn about the for loop. So what does for loop mean? In a for loop, the initialization, text expression and update expression sections are written together in a single line. What does it mean? The syntax for loop is with a for. In the first part, we will give out initialization. In the second part, we will give out text expression. And in the last part, we will give out update statements. And in the curly braces, we will write whatever statements we want to repeat until and when the text expression becomes false. How does the sequence looks like? So we'll start, we'll initialize some value, we will check for the condition. If the condition is true, we'll execute the loop body, we'll update statement, and this procedure will go on. Now, this was regarding the theory part. Now we will move towards simulation. So when moving towards simulation, today we are learning for loops. So in the for loop, now we will learn about the factorial of 5. So now we will start with the value of 5. Please note that whichever statement is given in red like this, which it means that this is the current flow of execution. Now we will move towards next line. Here we are initializing the variable p, which means that the value of 5 has been assigned to p. Then we declare the value of fact to be 1. This is because of the identity relation that if anything you multiply by 1, the value remains to be this 1. And because whenever a variable is declared in C language, we know that the value that it attains is a garbage value. And we do not want to multiply a number by a garbage value, hence we initialize the value of factorial to be 1. Then we check that is the value of number that is given is 0. If it is 0, the value that would be written is 1. But here the value of p is 5, hence we will move towards the for loop. Now when we are moving towards for loop, we'll identify that we have initialized the value of I to be p, which means that after execution of while executing this particular loop, the value of I is 5. We will check for the condition whether I is greater than or equals to 1, and we will move towards I minus minus after this particular statement has been executed. Okay, so we move towards next part. We multiplied factorial. So value of I was 5. Value of factorial is 1 because we have defined it like this. And now 5 into 1 becomes 5. Okay, we'll move towards next part. And now as you can see, the value of I is 5. The value of fact is 5. And 1 into 5 is equals to 5. Which means that currently the value of fact is 5. We'll move towards next step. Again for loop will be executed. Now what we will do is, because of I minus minus, the value of I was 4. So 4 into actual value of fact, the value of fact is 5. So 4 into 5 becomes 20. And we can see this value over here. Value of I is 4, value of fact is 20, and now the result of factorial is 20. Okay. Now we will move towards next line. Because of I minus minus, the value of I will become 3, and because of this, so 3 into 20, now the value of fact should become 60. We would check, and as you can see, the factorial value has become 60. And now again I minus minus, the value of I would become 2. So 2 into 60, the value becomes 120. So we would see how does it goes on. So I is 2 and factorial is 120. Now the value of I minus minus would be there. So when I minus minus happens, the value of I would become 1 into 120. And that would be the value of factorial, that is 120 into 1. The answer is 1. And as you can see, now you will get that value. Okay, so I is 1 and factorial is 120. Here our program has ended, and now we can say that the value of factorial 5 is 120. Thank you for joining. In the next practical, we will learn about while loop. Thank you.